ending the hustle. Our system thrives in productivity and perfectionism. The hustle, ending the hustle, is no small feat because it is in every facet of our lives. It's the air we breathe. It's how our culture approaches everything around bodies and food and health. There's a constant pressure to strive for a better body, a cleaner diet, optimal health. This is so insidious that we don't even know. We don't even know it. We don't even question it. And most of what we've been taught about bodies and food is actually inaccurate and false. But there's a lot of money that people make, profit off our shame. There's this message that diet culture tells us that some bodies are better than others. Body hierarchy. That smaller bodies are better than larger ones. That we have to grind, we have to keep trying, we have to keep bettering ourselves. Even in the name of health, that is the hustle. It keeps us trapped in a cycle of shame and never enough. And body hierarchies really perpetuate the idea that some bodies are more valuable, more desirable, more worthy of care and love and respect than others. And this is why we have such a problem with weight stigma, especially for folks in larger bodies who face constant, everyday challenges when they move in the world, when they go to the doctors, when they try to get a job, whatever the thing is, they're going to face more stigma and discrimination. This constant exposure to body shaming, anti-fat bias erodes self-worth, erodes our belief in ourselves, and it keeps us in the hustle, thinking we need to shrink or conform for good reason, to try to avoid that. So this is about survival in a system that upholds internalized dominance and body hierarchies. And we're in this system, we're trapped in this hustle out of necessity. Our coping is necessary in these systems. The striving, the bootstrapping, the hustling all become a way of managing that you need to do this in order to survive and be enough and be interesting and valuable and successful. So this hustle, how does it show up? Nutritionism, being healthy, finding the right way to eat, the right ingredients. How does it show up in perfectionism, chasing unattainable standards? How does it show up in, I'm just trying to be healthy, which is fine. We're not against health per se. It's just how it shows up. How are we telling ourselves that some part of you is unacceptable, that you're not enough as you are? And how that feeds into the system, this body hierarchy system. That is what we're trying to move away from and heal. We need to do the work, the very, very uncomfortable work of addressing and confronting our own personal and systemic impact, our own personal anti-fat bias, and how that is related to body hierarchies and our own internalized fear. That is the deep work here. Ending the hustle is about healing from a broken system. Healing from a broken system. Confronting your perfectionism. How does it show up? Ask yourself, is my body the problem, or am I hurting in some way? Am I a problem, or is this an old story resurfacing? Am I a problem, or am I surviving, wisely coping, living my precious and necessary life? So perfectionism and shame keep us from doing the real work of relationship, showing up, staying humble, working through relational ruptures and harm, and letting our humanity lead. And who asked you to be perfect? Make a list of what you believe your idealized self really does. That might show up as I'm always on time, I'm never late, I don't ever hurt or disappoint anyone, I'm always keeping a clean house, I eat clean, I eat small portions, I never yell, I don't eat emotionally, I journal every day, I love to be active, I love to move my body, I cook all my meals from scratch. That's the perfectionism. How does it show up in your relationship to food and your body? Body trust is a reminder that you came here whole and that your presence here is welcome simply because you're alive and you breathe.